Hello everyone, my name is Fikre, and I'm running for Congress to represent Virginia's 8th Congressional District, which is made up of Alexandria, Arlington, and Southern Fairfax. So I said from the outset, when I first launched my campaign, that I was going to run a most unconventional campaign. And part of that is because I'm just tired of politics as usual, where, in fact, I'm not running to be a politician in all honesty. I'm running to be a public servant with an emphasis on servant. If I think most people are just tired of the same old canned speeches, protested answers, sound bites, and politics of division. I'm not in this race to divide. As much as possible, I'm here to unify. And so for me, my faith is a core essence of my message, but with a qualifier. My faith, the God that I honor, gives us all free will. So when I speak about my faith, and which I don't do too often, it's not to impose, to say that my point of view is better than others. At the end of the day, I believe that whether you're Christian as I am, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, atheist, we all have life is a long walk, and none of us, faith for me is imbued with doubt. I believe in God not because of evidence that I know, but because over my lifetime, a lot of things have happened that showed me that I believe that there's something beyond us. But when I talk about my faith, it's more so to share testimonies about the obstacles that I've overcome, about the way that I've been redeemed through Christ. It is not in any way to impose my will. So there's two central components of my faith, which is free will, right, and love. When I campaign, and if I'm, if I earn your vote and I actually go to Congress, these two pillars of my faith are going to be front and center at all times. Free will, as long as what you do does not impose on other people, does not infringe on other people's freedoms, does not impede other people's lives, of course, does not endanger them. Free will at all, maximum free will. I believe in that. That's what makes America great is freedom. And we've entered into a very weird realm in our country's history, where imposition at every turn, where government is trying to tell us what to do, where of course, subtly, media is conditioning us at all turns of what to do. Where now it's gone to the point where we, the people, are imposing on each other at all times, and silencing each other. Censorship is rampant, and people are being punished for their point of view. Democracy that doesn't respect the freedom and right for other people is not democracy at all. It's veiled fascism, and this is not what America should be about. Ideas to be exchanged. If you have a point of view, you should not be afraid to share it. Again, as long as it doesn't impose on other people, it doesn't hurt them, right? So I believe in maximum free speech, which is part of free will. And the other part of what I believe is love, right? The right behind me, I'm actually here on set at Calvary Pentecostal Church. A good friend of mine told me to come out here and check it out. So I came in here last night on Friday. For me, I keep the Sabbath on Saturdays. So I kind of shut things down for the most part on Friday night, and until until the sun goes down on Saturday, that's my day to rest and just reflect on the goodness of life and the goodness of God in my life. So I came here to kind of to just reflect on that. And I told you, as I said, I'm not presenting to be a perfect man. I go through my challenges. I go through my difficulties. 7 years ago, I was homeless. Part of the reason that I'm actually doing this broadcast right now is because this place that I'm staying at, it reminds me of a place called Harvest Farm that I used to live at when I was, going through 2.5 years of homelessness. And this is I feel like a deep spiritual connection to this place as soon as I got here. They provide free room and board. So I just, obviously, I'm not where I was at 7 years ago. It's like I've had a Jobian revival in my life. Everything that I lost, it's gotten restored. I'm back making a very good living. So I'm not where I was at 7 years ago, and I'm blessed for that. But coming here reminds me of where I was at, where I came from. So it's, in a lot of ways, when I see the injustices of the world, when I see the suffering that people go through, as hard as it was what I went through 7 years ago, in a way it was the biggest blessing in my life. Hardship taught me to overlook or to get beyond our differences. It taught me about the oneness of humanity, the commonality of our pains. Before that, without knowing it, I was very divisive. I was very divided. I used to look at life through the prism of ideology and identities. And now I see life through the oneness of humanity. So coming here, it reaffirms that. I come to this place. It's a very diverse congregation, and the people are beautiful. And so this is going to inform my going forward. As I occasionally talk about my faith through this political campaign season. It's not to impose or to somehow be pious about things, because piety is not where it's at. The search for God is within. You're not gonna see me out here thumping the Bible or preaching to you. That's not my place. When I do talk about my faith, it's to talk about the essence of what faith represents, which is non-judgment, which is love above all, unselfishness. We talk all the time about what would Jesus do. What is very evident. He would stand up for the poor. He would speak against coveting of money. He would speak against greed, and the way that the Pharisees used to weaponize the law in order to oppress the masses. That's what's driving me to run, to be honest with you. It's the essence of what Jesus spoke about, right? So it's the fact that poverty is just accepted when we can do something about it. When the poor are being marginalized, when barely anyone's speaking up for them. When modern day Pharisees, in the form of politicians, of pundits, of media personalities, are weaponizing the law in order to oppress the masses. When a law any law that's not rooted in love is deeply unjust, is immoral. So when I'm out here campaigning, is to speak up for the things that Jesus actually spoke about. Not to use his name in vain, not to use God's name in order to present myself as a certain way when I'm doing the opposite. Because I'm going to present myself the way that I am. A man who makes mistakes and tries every day to do better in life. I've made plenty of mistakes in the past. Of course, I'm going to make mistakes going forward. I'm not running to be the perfect man. I'm an imperfect man made perfectly for this time, I believe. So that's why I'm running. And so as I go through and talk to people, whether it's people of faith, whether it's people that don't, are atheists, or whatever your background is, at the end of the day, I'm running in order to ensure that fairness is restored in America, that we all have equality of opportunity. And at the end of the day, America goes back to being the shining city on the hill. And that cannot happen unless all of us, we the people, have a fair shot in life. And that is ultimately what my faith is about. It's restoring love and fairness in America. And as America does, the hope is that that cascades outward. All right. Again, my name is Teddy Fikre. And you can find out more about my campaign by going to www.fikre4va.com. And you could also look me up on social media as Teddy underscore Fikre. And of course, all the social media accounts it's at Fikre, Fikre for VA. Thank you. Have a blessed day. God bless. Peace.